I jumped from my computer, I go to the next room to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I got this job. Like I put her, so we were so fucking happy. I started earning like $200-300 per day, and that literally started changing my life. And I remember after 3 months on Solana, I earned around 200 Sol, which was $20K. For me, that was life-changing money.
You obviously operate on the Balkans. Do you have some estimates of how many people are involved with crypto on the Balkans? How many of them are on Solana? Like, what's your scope of overseeing all of this?
That's really interesting question.
How many grants so far have you?
We handed out 9 grants so far, and the thing is, we want to give you money. We really do, but you need to create or try to create something out of value. Something out of value for the eco, something out of value for your team. So we are trying to help projects who are trying to bring value, who are trying to fix problems, who are trying to like do things differently. Solana has a huge and still have a huge potential in terms of everything, like fundamentals, community, like technical side, all of that. But the issue was that...
What about the power outages though? So, Marco, right?
Yes.
Where are you from and how old are you?
I'm
very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and thanks you for having me. I'm from Belgrade, 26 years old, almost turning 27 in like a few months.
Oh, you're 26?
Yeah.
Damn, so where do you work? I see the Solana shirts.
Yeah, basically I'm the founder of Superteam. That's like one of the projects from Solana Foundation. We are trying to help region to grow, to build, and to earn on Solana. So basically, I'm working really close to Solana Foundation.
Yeah. For how long?
For like since late February.
Yeah.
That's when I founded the Superteam Balkan, but I started on Solana like 4 years ago.
Damn, 4 years ago, at the very beginning?
Yeah, I'm the Solana OG.
So what's your profession before that?
Before Superteam?
Yeah, before Solana even.
Before Solana even, I was just like working a regular job. I was working customer support at Fiverr.
Yeah.
I was helping customers with technical issues and shit.
Yeah, are you retired now?
Well, I wouldn't say retired, but I would say yes in a way, because the thing that I'm doing right now feels so normal to me. I don't feel like I'm working. I'm just doing something I love, something that I'm good at. I'm helping people, so I can say I'm living my dream life.
You're living your dream. Yeah, it's because you're from Serbia, and like how adopted is crypto in Serbia?
It's not adopted. Most of the people still think it's scam, but we have like the law number. It's not something big, but we have really quality teams. Like the first wallet that was ever built on Solana was built by Serbian and Croatians.
What's the name?
Solflare wallet.
What's the name?
Solflare wallet.
Solflare, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first wallet ever made on Solana, and it was made by one Serb and one Croatian guy. Basically, the first NFT marketplace ever on Solana was built by Serbian team. The biggest marketplace on Solana, the core teams were from Croatia. So basically, we have really good quality teams and quality people. The number is not big, but those who are in are really good.
Yeah. It's crazy because you're kind of still very young. I'm 31, actually. You're 26. You look like you're healthy and happy. How did you come to find this opportunity to work with Solana? And
basically, like 4 years ago, I was just trying to escape the poverty. So I was learning about how can I change my financial status.
That was 2020 or?
Yeah, like 2018 when I started learning about financial things, and later I discovered crypto.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically I was trying to change my financial status, to earn some money. I was learning about investing, saving money, blah, 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 you know how it goes. And then I discovered crypto, and I was like, okay, this looks really cool to me. And I invested like $30. That's all I had at that moment. I invested it into Ethereum, to be honest, at first. And I bought it like when it was cheap. And I remember I went to sleep and I woke up and I earned like $5 when I was sleeping. For me, that period, that was like, wow, this is.
And
so
that was
crazy.
kind of a big bump too, because from 30 to 35, that was a huge day for Ethereum, I guess.
Exactly. I remember it pumped really hard overnight, and I was like, whoa, I actually earned money while I was sleeping. And if you know the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, of course.
That's the book I started with.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Literally the same. So he was saying, if you want to get rich, you need to find ways to earn money while you're sleeping. And I had that beginner luck with crypto, and I was like, okay, fuck everything. I'm going full into crypto.
Yeah.
Full in terms of time, because I didn't have money, of course. I was working like a regular job. As I said, I was sitting at my computer. I was working it from home, and like all the free time and even some of the time at the work, I was spending learning about crypto and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so moving from there, I discovered Solana really early. It's like $8.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, this is something new. I didn't know shit about crypto back then. As you know, crypto is really broad.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I need to figure out what should I do. And basically I saw that NFTs were started selling for like 200-300K or something, like the Bored Apes and shit. And I was like, okay, why would someone pay for like $1 million for a picture? I need to investigate this. and yeah, I discovered NFTs, and I bought my first NFT on Ethereum, and I sold it for like $900 profit.
Yeah.
I had such a luck because I didn't know what it was. Obviously, it was by a Serbian founder who later rug pulled and scammed.
Man.
But yeah, I got lucky because I was spending so much time on Discord. The core team was like, do you want to become a mod for our project? And I was like, okay, I want. And I became mod. I was like working non-stop.
You became a mod for this project?
Yes.
That later rug pulled. Yes. But you didn't know that, right?
Of course, it was my first NFT. I didn't even know that someone can scam in crypto or whatever. I was just starting.
Yeah.
And I started working as a mod. And because of the mod job, they gave me 3 NFTs.
Yeah.
And I sold 3 of them for $300 each. So I made like $900 in one day.
Yeah.
And I was working for $600. And I remember selling that for a day. I was shaking like this. I was like sweating. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
And also making $600 in Serbia, it's not bad. I mean, it's not a great salary, but it's something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's good because I know how to speak English. I know how to write English.
Yeah.
I was just using my skills, computer knowledge, all of that shit. I got a better job. It's still like low entry level, but it's better job than like regular Serbian jobs. And yeah, so I earned like $900, and I was like, okay, this can definitely change my life. But the thing was, as I said, I was working for $600, and I had to pay like $200 just to mint gas fee on Ethereum.
Yeah.
Oh, it's super high. And I was like, okay, this is not sustainable. I did earn money, but I need to get the fuck away from Ethereum because it's too expensive.
Just sorry to interrupt, but I remember back in the other bull run that just passed, I bought a shitcoin for $900, and the same day it was 10K. And when I tried to sell, it was $1,400 for gas fee. And I remember scraping all of my wallets to get this money, and I did. So I sold, and I didn't care for how much it cost because I was still in profit. And I guess this is one of the biggest Ethereum problems that is still going on and will be going on for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And Solana obviously solves that in a big way, but Solana also has a lot of haters, right? And I'm gonna let you get back to the story because it's really interesting. But this is something that I want to touch probably later on. What do you think also? I mean, what people have you met? But let's get back to the thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
How did you end up working with Solana? Because you obviously left that project at some point.
Yeah.
And you sold, you jigged it out, you won't say, or you didn't because you sold for profit. But what happened then?
Basically, I was learning really fast because I was spending a lot of time, a lot of energy. I really focused everything in my life at that point onto learning, onto expanding, onto growing, onto like changing my life. So because of that, I spent so much energy and time. I was really learning fast. I got lucky to surround myself with some of the people who from Serbia who understand NFTs more. I was learning with them, growing, and at one point I discovered that the project was shady.
Yeah.
And then I went on Trustpilot, I went on all the sites, and I found out that the founder already had some Web2 scams.
Yeah.
So I kind of exposed him on the Discord. He banned me. I sold all of the NFTs, and I was like, fuck this. I don't want to do anything with him anymore or anything. I had terrible experiences.
Yeah.
And as I said, I was like, okay, this is not sustainable because like 1/3 of my like paycheck for salary for 1 month is like just to pay gas fees. And I found out about Solana, and I found out that Solana is really fast, it's really cheap, and because of that you can get into the ecosystem with $10.
Yeah.
And on Ethereum you cannot get in the ecosystem if you don't have at least $500. So I was like, okay, Solana is really cool, and I had luck to find some of the Solana community that already existed. It was only 2 or 3 people, nothing special.
Yeah.
But
Where? In Telegram or
on Discord?
on Discord?
Yeah.
Is this where the Solana members and communities are in general, or more on Telegram?
They are actually most on Twitter, but traders are mostly in Discord, especially with the NFT projects. Like
Discord is the best.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I found out about a Serbian founder that wants to build an NFT project on Solana, and the project was really like driven by really nice stuff. He wanted to help children. He wanted to create a movie for actually cartoon to educate children about core values, yada yada. And like when I compare it to that Ethereum founder who is a grifter and scammer, I saw something really good from that other guy. And I was like, listen, I know a lot about Discord because I was a gamer. Your Discord looks like shit. I want to jump in and help you to build Discord because I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I started as a Discord like mod and technician, and later he promoted me to the core team. And basically he already had some of the businesses in Web2. He didn't have a lot of time for Web3 NFT project. Yeah. So basically he let the project to me. So I was basically the main guy, and I was grinding, I was learning, I was meeting people, and one point I had like really good success luck that I was finding the digital mints. Like I was minting them for $3 and I was selling them for like $300.
Yeah.
So
daily?
Daily. I started earning like $200-300 per day, and that literally started changing my life. And I remember after 3 months on Solana, I earned a lot, around 200 Sol, which was $20K.
Yeah.
For me, that was life-changing money.
Yeah.
And I cashed out some of it. I helped my mother, I helped myself. We paid out some of the bills, some of the debts and stuff. And I was like, okay, this is something really good, and I want to educate people on this.
Moving on.
Yes. So I started making TikTok reels, Instagram reels and TikToks, and I was doing it all for free.
So you became something like an influencer yourself?
Yes, but like mostly educator, I would say. And without even knowing it, I became the first guy on the Balkan, or maybe not on the Balkan, but on the Slavic side, who speaks like Serbian, Croatian, blah, blah, blah.
So you speak Serbian, Croatian, and multiple languages?
Yes, basically Slavics like have 5 countries that all understand each other.
Yeah,
like
we are still in the same realm.
Yes, but not in the Slavic, like not in the Slavic speaking. So basically, if I speak Serbian now, Croatians, Bosnians, Montenegrians, Macedonians, they all understand me without any like issues.
Yeah.
I would say 80% of the language is different from Slavic languages.
Yeah.
So without even knowing it, I became a first guy that was educating people on Solana.
Yeah.
And only because I wanted to give back to the community, because it really changed my life for better. I saw that it can help a lot of people, especially in Serbia, where like it's really fucked up and like you know how it is.
Yeah.
And without even knowing it, I was starting to film. I was making educational content every single day. I was there grinding. I was filming about how to open up a wallet, how to be safe, how to mint something, how to sell it, where to sell it, and all kind of stuff. And I realized that the people cannot learn only by watching my videos. So I decided to open up a new Discord, and that Discord was free. And the only idea behind that Discord was that people get into Discord and we talk about NFTs, about crypto on Serbian, on Slavic languages, and we focused on Solana.
Yeah.
So like 2 years later, I was still founder of that Discord. I left that NFT project because the founder didn't have time. I couldn't do everything myself.
Yeah.
So I decided to like, I don't want to have NFT project. I just want to have community.
Yeah.
And I was focusing on building a community and educating people. And 2 years later, my Discord was filled with the most successful people on Solana.
Damn.
But the thing is, they are most successful on Solana, but they are also Serbians, Croatians.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't even imagine this to happen. Like,
Yeah.
I had 150 members, from which like 20 or 30 people are some of the most important people for Solana. They built a wallet, they built a marketplace, they built smart contracts, they did a lot of things.
Yeah.
So all of them became my friends, and I was still focusing on community. I never wanted to get money out of it because I was earning as a trader. I just wanted to create like a safe place where some people can come and learn.
How much people does your Discord have right now?
It has like 500 people, but we didn't care essentially about numbers. We care about quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, my Discord became filled with like the most successful people in crypto, in Solana, and most of them are now my friends, and like all of them speak only Serbian or Croatian. So I had that crazy idea 4 years ago. Everyone was saying to me like, bro, why are you only focusing on Balkan? You should go like international. You should like make content on English. You know what I say? I heard a lot of things, but I had that crazy idea. No, I want to focus on Balkan. I want to focus on Solana. I want to only have people who speak our language.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to pay to enter, but you need to speak our language.
Yeah.
So one part of the Discord was like professionals, really successful people. Another part of Discord was like educating the new people that came.
Yeah.
So story goes on, fast forward to last year, Amsterdam. We went to a Solana Breakpoint. Solana Breakpoint is the conference that is organized by Solana Foundation.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest conference they organize.
Yeah.
And they have in like every year in different places. Last year it was in Amsterdam, and now this year it will be in Singapore.
Yeah.
So and in Amsterdam I didn't even know about Superteam. Obviously I was like a digital founder, educator. I wasn't like a builder. I wasn't doing anything official.
So they never gave you the big C, in, if I can say it like that. They never supported you officially until that point?
Yeah, they didn't even know about me.
Yeah.
They didn't even know about my community.
But you said you were posting videos?
Yes, yes.
In your language, and where? On YouTube or?
TikTok and Instagram.
And did you get traction from those videos?
I got traction, like, but not big. I would say over 7 or 8 months, like, well, I had 100K views total.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's still not big.
Yeah.
But it helped me with getting
networking.
Yes, it helped me with networking. It helped me with getting like okay to talk with cameras. It helped me to reach some of those people. It helped me to grow my community. And I started doing it when the bear started. I stopped doing it when the bear started because I realized that my videos are getting so low views. People are not interested anymore.
Yeah.
And I had to focus on other things because when bear started, I lost all my money and I had to like...
You did?
Yes, because it was my first.
Yeah.
And I had to get back to like working a job.
Damn, that really happens.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say I have a similar story, but I too created videos. We had the amazing bull market. A lot of people from my community made tons of money, and I know people that made millions. And I had this very famous moment where I publicly shilled a meme coin that did 3,200x.
Oh my God.
And I bought it with over 1K and held to the very top.
Wow.
Yeah.
Round tripped it.
Sorry?
And round tripped it, or you sold it?
I sold the top.
You did.
I started the bear market because I was like, today I'm selling, I lost it, and then it started dumping and it never recovered. It's this, I don't know if you heard about Saitama.
Of course.
Yes, that was the meme coin.
Oh my God, I know about
I bought it at 4 million market cap. It went to 17 billion.
Oh my.
And a lot of people made so much money, but then the bear market came. I never stopped investing really in a lot of things. Some were good because now they are peaking, but I fumbled them early, you know how it is. And when the bear came, the views were very low, and I almost quit for a long time. But then I was working this regular job. I was it's a team leader in a huge factory for over 100 people. It was very prestigious job, which needed university diplomas and shit. And I quit my job, and I was like, you know, obviously, because I'm doing crypto and I'm doing videos. So I quit the job, and the videos got so much lower and things. And it was very hard for me to not pivot to something else. There was this meme to pivot to AI. I don't know if you probably heard of it. And
yeah,
I almost did, but I never quit, and I kept persisting. And you know, people kept piling up on the channel, and it kept growing. And right now, I'm happy to say, you know, we have the strongest community in Bulgaria. And we have a Discord with over 2,400 people.
Really nice.
And we have NFTs that's with separate rooms, a lot of softwares integrated. We're working on a couple projects right now. And my main purpose is right now meeting people and creating fun stuff. And that's why I am so happy you're here today.
Thank you.
But then you said you had to get back on the regular job. You lost... probably most of your saving.
Basically everything. I cashed out some of the money to help my family. The best thing I did with that money is that I told my mom to quit her job, and I gave her money to bootstrap her private business, and now it's going really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but I helped her because, like, look, Mom, I quit my job. You can do it as well. You just need to believe it yourself. And she started working as a cleaning company. Yeah. It's Web2 business. But
Web2 business? Cleaning company?
Yeah. I mean, not Web2, it's Web0.
It is.
Yeah, but it's kind of Web2 because of SEO optimization, all that marketing.
The way it's working.
Yeah, but it's Web0 basically. But yeah, I lost all of the money, and I remember I was desperate, searching for a job again.
Yeah.
And I found another job that I could work from home, so I could also still continue to learn crypto and stuff. And then the break point came, Amsterdam.
You visited?
Yes, I remember it was like $800 to go and to buy ticket and all of that. Damn. And for me at that point it was like really lot money, because the company private business wasn't still profitable. And I didn't have anything in crypto, and I was working a regular 9 to 5. And I was like, I had a gut feeling that I need to go there. I had a gut feeling that something big will happen. I didn't know what, and I didn't know why, but I had that feeling.
This is at what date last year?
Last September.
2023?
Yes, yes, yes.
Because this when Solana started to gain against some steam.
Yeah, basically Solana was $20 and then the breakpoint happened and Solana went to like 200 again.
Yeah, that was really cool and unexpected, honestly. And there is this thing called the hated rally. Solana had it a lot because everybody was preying on Solana failing, and true. We know what Sam Bankman did to the chain as well, but it somehow managed to recover. But yeah, I'm so into your story right now. Just visit it.
Yeah, so
you probably met some people.
Yeah, I had to like get a loan from my good friend because I didn't have enough money, and the crazy thing was I had this feeling, but the trip was too expensive. Definitely, like I needed money for ticket. I needed money for Airbnb. I needed money for food. I needed money for like the ticket, everything, and all of the costs were like around 3-4K euros.
Damn, that's a whole lot.
Yeah, and for me that was really possible. But I didn't give up. I knew that I had to go there. I knew it, and I was like manifesting in my head, I want to go to Amsterdam. Something will happen there. I have to do it.
But alone, or you're going to take some friends with you?
Like most of my friends were already going because they are already in Solana. They are already rich. They are already working. So I was
like... You FOMO'd in, basically.
Yeah, but I had to go. So I remember one of my really good friends told me, hey, my really good friend is living in Amsterdam. You can stay at his place. Yeah. So that reduces my cost for like 1K. Okay, that happened. Then the second thing that happened was one other my good friend got the breakpoint ticket for free.
Yeah.
And she tell me, bro, I know you want to go. You need to go. I can't. I have kids. I will give you my ticket, and you give me 200 euros when you have time. When you have money, like it doesn't matter, we are friends, I trust you.
Yeah.
So that reduces my cost even more. Yeah. And like thing by thing, it was like reducing my cost and it became reality. So I loaned...
You manifested it.
Yeah. Nice. And I loaned money from my good friend who is really, really rich. He's like a crypto millionaire for like over 5 years, something like that. And I loaned the money for the ticket, and he told me like you can give me back when you have the money. I don't care, you need to go. I have a lot of friends that supported me and trusted me, and all of the people in my community really saw me as a leader, even though I was maybe the most poor out of them. Yeah. But they saw my qualities. They saw that I'm doing it from my soul. They all supported me. They wanted to help me. And my community actually donated $5, $10, $15 to help me to go to Breakpoint.
Yeah.
And I remember I bought a ticket and I was crying like, oh my God, this is really happening. Yeah. It's really crazy.
It's how many days?
What exactly?
An event.
An event was for 3 days. Yeah. But I started preparing like 3 months before the event. Yeah. I didn't even have passport and anything. It was really fucked up. And so yeah, I bought the ticket and I went to Amsterdam, and the conference, the Breakpoint, was 3 days long.
Yeah.
And first day it was really cool. I met people, but nothing really impactful. Second day it was better. I met more people, but still nothing really impactful. And then the third day, the last day, actually, I was like, okay, nothing really big happened. And I was
almost disappointed.
Exactly. It's not still, because it's not over, but I was slowly became to be like go to become disappointed. And then time was going, and there was a last panel. And last panel was led by Cash Danda, and he's like the founder of Superteam Global. So basically, he's the global lead for all of the super teams. There is 14 of them.
And super teams, can you explain what that is?
Yeah, basically, Superteam is like a regional Solana community of builders, of grantees, of founders, of marketing people who are building on Solana, and Solana Foundation is helping them through grants, through mentorships, through connections. So basically, it's how Solana Foundation is strengthening the local communities where there is a local community. Yeah. So basically, it's like a project from foundation, and it's helping local founders, builders.
It's basically the operations of the foundation.
Exactly, on the local level.
And this is where you ended up working for.
Yes, exactly. So the story is crazy. The last panel was led by a global lead, Cash, and I was sitting at his panel, and he was talking about how he built his community, how he built a super team, what are the core values of communities, and all of that. And I was like listening to him, and I remember like thinking, I know all of this because I'm doing that for years.
Yeah.
And I was sitting next to my two co-founders of Superteam, Matija and Josip. Josip has already got some of the grants from Superteam. He knows about Superteam. I didn't even know about it. And Matija is a dev who has a dev agency, and he's already good connected with like builders, founders, projects.
Yeah.
And like the panel was almost done, and they look at me, and like the idea like grew in their minds. And
for what?
For Superteam Balkan, because basically I had the community, I had the connections, I had everything ready. What Superteam is already doing, I have all of it ready in my Discord.
It's already for Solana.
Yeah, exactly. So they look at me and they were like, oh my God, bro, we should go to pitch to Cash and try to build a super team.
Yeah.
And Josip already knew Cash, and like when the Cash finished the panel, we approached him. And the thing is, 40 of us approached him, and all 40 of us or 30 are from my Discord.
Yeah.
And we are all friends.
Yeah.
And we approached him, and Josip and Matija told Cash, bro, you need to meet Marco, you need to meet Primordial. Yeah. And they introduced me to him, and he asked me, okay, who are you, what are you doing? And I explained him about my community, and he was super excited. And he gave me his Telegram, and then he told me, when you go back to Serbia, call me on Telegram and let's discuss more.
Yeah.
And
that's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I did. We scheduled a call, and he was like, okay, now I have time, show me more about Superteam and about your Discord.
Yeah.
And I showed him the list of the members. Soulflare Wallet, entire team is in my Discord. Magic Kid and some of the core team is in my Discord. SolC, Streamflow Finance, those are all of the strongest projects on Solana.
Yeah.
They are all my friends, and they are all in my Discord. And Cash was like, his mind was blown because I had everything ready. And he told me, bro, I am super excited. I am super bullish. Matija and Josip told me really good things about you. Let's fucking do it. And that's how we started a Superteam Balkan.
Yeah, nice. What a story, man. And you probably got funded, or you, what's the working situation? So are you on salary?
Yes.
They fund you a big sum, lump sum?
Yes. Basically, I cannot go too much into details, but what I can say is that Solana is helping all of the super teams with funding.
Yeah.
And we all of us got salaries, and we got a lot of benefits. We are traveling to Solana conferences for free, like all of this. So I remember Cash told me to make like a budget proposal.
Yeah.
And I made a budget proposal for the salary that would be life-changing for me.
Yeah.
And I remember I put in that salary, and I was shaking like, oh my God, am I asking for too much?
Oh, it was your idea?
Yes. I was like, we discussed, and it's really a hard situation because like you need to try to ask funds from fucking Solana, you know, like, are you asking for too much or are you asking for too less?
Yeah.
Like, what's the
You gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah. And I remember that we put numbers that were crazy for us at that moment.
But it was low numbers for them, probably.
And that's the best thing, like, the salary that I put would be so, like, to be honest, I would do it for free because I am already doing it for free.
You're already doing it. But
Exactly. For Solana, I would do it for free because I love it and all of this. We put the salaries for core team, for this, for that. And they get back to us, and they were like, okay, guys, we need 1 or 2 days to review the funding, the proposal. Yeah. Those 2 days were such a hell to me. Like, you cannot fucking imagine. I was like, oh my God, what will they say? And they got back to us, and they said, okay, guys, we reviewed your process, and we increased the budget.
Even increased it? That's
I jumped from my computer, I go to the next room to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I got this job. Like I put her, so we were so fucking happy. Like it was one of the best moments in my life ever. So we got funded, we got the salary, we had to open up a company. They sent us the first tranche.
The official, you have to open a company in Serbia.
Exactly. We opened the company in
Croatia. It's under your name or how?
It's not under my name, it's under Matija's name. We opened up the company in Belgrade. In Croatia, because Croatia has better laws in terms of crypto regulations and that, because Serbia is really bad for that.
Yeah, it's not in EU, it has the weird...
Exactly. So my co-founder opened up a company under his name, and everything went really smooth. We got the first tranche, we got the first salaries, and that's it. That's how we started.
Yeah. Let me ask you something like, what are you doing here in Bulgaria right now? Like, you've been here a couple of times. We met through mutual friends. What exactly is your purpose as a Solana representative in Bulgaria?
So basically, half of my community are Croatians, half of my community are Serbians. Some percent are Bulgarian, some percent are like other Balkan countries. And when we were talking about what should we name our super team, if we name it Super Team Serbia, it's not right towards Croatia. If we name it Super Team Croatia, it's not right towards Serbia.
Balkan, it only makes sense.
Yeah, so actually we proposed an idea to make multiple countries super team called Super Team Balkan. And the great thing is that we are the first and only super team that is multinational.
Yeah.
So now we are covering up all of the countries.
Yeah.
The reason why I am here and why I am coming in Bulgaria is because some of the founders who got grants through Super Team Balkan are from Bulgaria. So I'm trying to put us on the map because we are also covering Bulgaria, and I want to reach out to people from Bulgaria who are maybe doing something on Solana, because they can approach us, they can get like funds, they can get connections. So basically I'm trying to help Bulgarians as well who are doing something on Solana.
It's really awesome you're saying this. In this podcast, we will leave all of your links in the description for how people can contact you and what's the requirements should they fill and all that, because right now, I have a team of a couple of people. Actually, Peter, the guy I introduced you to, works on it with me. We work on internet computer chain.
Yeah, ICP.
Yeah, we have a project there called ICP Tokens. It's basically a coin market cap for only ICP projects and all that. And we are in a similar situation to yours, because we have the biggest community in Bulgaria, and because of one of my videos that did more views than the other, a lot of people really got hooked into ICP. And right now, for good or for worse, the biggest ICP community on the Balkans is in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
And I feel strongly the same feelings you do for Solana. I feel them for ICP. But I do have some love for Solana, although it's very hated. We started with this back at the beginning of the conversation. But what are your thoughts? Let's a little bit do a pivot on our conversation to a different direction. Like yesterday, they tried to assassinate Trump. It was kind of crazy, and I still can't believe this is the meta we're living in. Because this is how I call it. Everything that happens new, it's a new meta for me.
Definitely.
Because it's crazy and pushes the world in a whole different direction. The market obviously had a huge bump, and right now we are sideways to downwards. But what are your thoughts on the market? What are your Solana price predictions? Of course, non-officially, we're not financial advisors and such. But how do you see the future for the chain, for the market, and then maybe for your community and for the thing you're building?
Well, I think that the best is yet to come, like later this year. I'm expecting like rally up like September, October, November, December. I mean, I hope
Yeah.
But I'm also expecting summers are always lower, like people are on vacation.
There's never been a good summer.
Exactly. So I'm still expecting to see like the peak of the bull in this year or maybe January next year.
Yeah.
For me, market right now, I think for everyone is really like bad because not many opportunities in my opinion. But for Solana, I hate it because in terms of trading, of course, because price is really like going everywhere. But the market itself, I used to trade NFTs a lot. NFTs are really slow and really like dead. There is no much liquidity. But on the other side, there is a lot of liquidity in shitcoins.
Yeah.
I don't like trading shitcoins so much for me because first of all, I don't. It's really fast. I cannot spend so much time on my screen to like sell in 5 seconds. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the second thing is like by shitcoins, we are giving so much money to so many grifters.
Yeah.
It's only extracting the value from the ecosystem, from the Solana. So I don't like it, and I'm trying to like don't do it. I'm focusing more on Superteam and building. About the price, I think Solana should reach $300. I'm hoping it will over the next few years, and for the long term, I'm pretty sure Solana can reach like $500 or $600.
So you don't think it will go to 1,000 this cycle?
I don't.
Because a lot of people think it's gonna go.
I don't think, because like we need so much more money in market cap to increase a lot. I don't think it's possible. We will see. No one knows. Like, but the thing is, we had ETF inflows and everything. We are now expecting Solana ETF as well, but it only like stabled the price for me. It didn't like bring so much liquidity in terms of market caps and everything, and people are still selling.
You know how I see it? Quick interruption. So last cycle, Cardano had similar retracement and levels to Solana. I don't know if you followed it.
Yes,
it went to
$3 dollars.
It went first to $1 something in 2018, and then it fell to like 2 cents, and then from 2 cents did $3. And Solana fell as well 95, 6, 7%, and now it retraced so hard that I think it can do 2 or 3x because Cardano was $1.50, and then this cycle and the next cycle went to $3. So it's a little bit over 2x, and I think Solana was how much, like 250 or 300?
Yes.
So it can probably do a 2x and go to 600 because there's obviously a huge hype on there for bad or for worse on shitcoins, but I think people will get back to their senses at some point. And right now, something I'm seeing is actually the meme craze is fading away.
Yeah.
Because a lot of utility-based tokens are seeing similar gains to Bitcoins, and people are like, why should I gamble for memes when I can get similar returns in a completely different narrative of coins?
Definitely.
And people are, again, the market is coming to its senses in a way. And I think this will drive the next leg for the bull, which I think as well is going to come at the end of the year. But I don't think it will be the last one. I think there's going to be another one throughout next year at some point. Of course, these are all speculations.
Exactly.
I do think Solana has a big future, and it looks so cool that you started building something where no one was. And right now, if you can imagine in the next 10 or 15 years, you could be more, and you probably will be essential to the Solana ecosystem, because let's be honest, like on the Balkans, there are almost 100 million people living here, and we are pretty much brothers. Like,
definitely.
Everybody is trying to say that we hate each other now, but I never hated anybody, really. I think we are the funniest and the coolest people, and I have friends from pretty much every different country around Bulgaria, and I think we should unite.
Definitely.
And it's very cool that you're doing this Superteam Balkans, and I am looking forward to help you build something else in the foreseeable future, because I'm also here to stay for the long run. Yeah, I'm gonna see what's gonna come. But let's continue this conversation. Do you think the crypto market will be doomed at some point? Because obviously MiCA regulations are coming on the 1st January next year. I don't know how well are you educated on this. I am. I started this association in Bulgaria, and we are trying to help people who built here to educate themselves on MiCA, because when it comes, it will become firstly very difficult, and then it will get easier. But what are your thoughts on EU and crypto, and how do you secure, your future working for Solana?
That's really interesting question. Basically, what I see still is the global narratives are that crypto is scam, and I don't see regulations as a bad thing. Someone sees it as a bad thing, but I think that regulations are needed to gain more trust, definitely. And I think that with regulations, more people will come, more money will come. And as everything, when things are new, they tend to break and like shit the bed. But regulations are needed, and I see that crypto with time will go through all of that phases, and I see a bright future for crypto. Maybe not in this like form where it is now, where you can launch a shitcoin or NFT and scam so easy and just go away, or you can make millions overnight. But I see it as a good thing because blockchain has definitely a lot of good use cases, and I think personally that we still didn't discover the real use cases of blockchain, and that it will come with time. And EU is just there to help. For example, I know that because I live in Serbia, it's not in EU. I have a company in Croatia, it is in EU. It's really good. It helps crypto. It doesn't affect it. I mean, it affects it in a way. If you are trying to do illegal shit, you cannot do it anymore. But I see it as a good thing. As like back in 90s when the new companies were starting, it wasn't regulated. It was like really shady waters, everything. Now I see it only as a good thing, and it will bring, as I said, more eyes, first of all, more trust, and essentially more money and more builders. And also from Web 2 perspective, you know how people in Web 2 are. They are really strict. They are really like doing all that in like under the law. And I think that when all of that comes, it will also help more people to transition to Web 3, Web 2 people, Web 2 companies. So I see it as a good thing, and I am there to watch it grow. And it needs to grow that way, definitely. It cannot remain like this.
I agree with you 100%. Here comes a hard question, I think. Why choose Solana and not Avalanche? Or there are so many chains. Some of them are for sure faster. Some of them are for sure more secure. And what is Solana's best proposal in your opinion?
So I would say this. I was on Solana when it was first $8. I was on Solana when it reaches 250. I was on Solana when it get back to $9. And I was on Solana when it reaches $200 a few months ago. So I was following this, not only following, I can say for myself that I am living and breathing Solana ecosystem. I'm there every single day without excuse. I'm connecting, I'm talking with people, I'm building, I'm doing everything. The thing that I saw with Solana is the community is really there to stay. The community is so full of die-hard fans. The reason why I believed in Solana and the most success I actually did was that I was building when Solana was $8 again, not the first time, but after the great fall. When everyone was hating on Solana, when everyone was saying he's dead, I was there showing up every day, and I loved the energy. Solana was funded by everyone who is not on Solana. But people who are on Solana, when it reaches like $10 after 250, when everyone is saying he's dead, when Sam Bankman-Fried fucked it up, when FTX happened, when everything happened, I was there every day on crypto Twitter, I was there on Discords, I was there on Telegram, and the people were still bullish as ever.
Yeah.
And definitely, whatever someone says, Solana is fucking war tested. Like, I don't know that any other chain can survive going to from 250 again to like low $10, and then people will still remain bullish, will still build, will still help the ecosystem, will still help the blockchain, will still support it. That is something I never saw before in crypto.
Yeah.
And that is something, that is the reason why I so bullish and why I love it, because I know from my community, I know from all other communities, the energy was so fucking low in terms of like everyone putting it, the price is so low, the sentiment is really negative, but people inside, they were always positive, they were always trusting it, they were always building, they were always helping. That is something for me that is really special that Solana can offer.
Yeah, these are pretty nice words, and I think it cements the case. What about the power outages though?
Okay, so the power outages didn't happen for a really long time, and that's the biggest, I would say, that's the biggest argument,
Yes.
technical negative argument. But I say this, yes, it had power outages, but the thing is, Solana is still in the beta. Solana is still not fully developed, and Solana is working in terms of build fast, break shit. It needs to break, it needs to fail because it's growing. The outage happened like it was happening really often. Then it happened only once in a year. I believe that in 1 or 2 years, it won't ever happen again.
Yeah.
For someone, it is a big thing, but for me, it's not, because it was only down for like over 360 days. It was down for 2 hours. And when you see it, the last year, it was down for like 50 times more hours.
Yeah.
So it's definitely improving.
Yeah.
That's the thing I like to see. And the thing people don't know who are not inside of Solana, the Fire Dancer is coming. It will be one of the biggest updates, and the devs are saying when the Fire Dancer update is out, Solana will never again have downtime.
What is this update for?
I'm not a dev, I'm not so technical, I don't know how to explain it,
Yeah.
but they are changing some validator structures, they are changing some technical things, and when Fire Dancer comes out, it will have even more transactions per second, and it won't ever again have downtime. So, like, yes, it had downtimes, but it's still in the process of building and growing.
Yeah. What about decentralization on Solana? Because this is another big argument against it.
Yes, I agree. But also, the thing is that Ethereum is actually like that's the biggest argument from Ethereum axis.
Yeah.
I'm not saying bad things about Ethereum. I respect it because it has really it helped crypto move forward. It did a lot of things. It has its good sides, but the thing is that also I'm not really professional, so take my words with like a bit of salt. But what I was learning, what I was reading, there is thing called Nakamoto Nakamoto Decentralization Index.
Okay.
And if you try to like calculate Solana and Ethereum for that Nakamoto index, it's really not a big difference.
Yeah.
So I would say that argument that Solana is less decentralized than Ethereum is true, but I would also say that it's not that big as they try to propose it.
Yeah.
So it is true, but it's also a bit of fun. And also the thing is, yes, it is right now, but Solana is also working towards fixing that as well.
Yeah.
So if we try to see it, we can bring all of those arguments to the table in 1 or 2 years. If it's the same, then it's bad. But I believe and I know that it will be much better.
Mm.
So I see all of those like negative arguments as true right now, but still the high side, the upside is much bigger, and that's the reason why the most of the new money is going to Solana, why people are building on Solana, why PayPal is building on Solana stablecoin. So yes, that are the two biggest arguments, but if you try to weigh out the positive and negative, I think those are the only two bad ones, and they are definitely like being fixed. So that's how I see it.
Maybe the last question I have regarding Solana as a, FUD, I'm not trying to FUD.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Is the huge inflation that is created for paying electricity costs.
Yes.
And I've heard it's over like 100 million per month or something, which is a crazy number. And does Solana have any plans to reduce that?
Yes.
This sounds kind of scary on.
Yes, I know. And it is kind of scary right now. But I was talking with software devs. They are really deep into the eco. They are really deep into the tech side of the blockchain. Solana has like a downward curve that will reduce the inflation as time goes on. So it's still as those first two arguments that are negative. Right now it is definitely. I'm not saying it's not, but the thing is that with time it will be better, and that's what's for me most important. And that's what some of the smart money and some of the real investors are understanding, and the token price will appreciate and show that all of it is true.
I guess, the hype speaks for itself because, so many people coming to the chain is obviously a very good, indicator as itself. Is there a chance that, because, I had this theory, it's not backed by anything, it's honestly a conspiracy theory, but if you think about it, the hype for the crypto, for this leg up that we saw at the beginning of the year was pretty much induced by Solana, because nobody could believe his eyes that Solana did the 25x over such a short time. And my question is, is it possible that someone pumped Solana from inside to create the hype for all of crypto, and Solana was maybe a low liquidity blue chip play for someone to pump it so everyone could see this? And I honestly think it's possible, because it was very easy to pump this coin. Now it's big. It wasn't this big a couple of months ago. And do you think that's possible? Have you heard of this?
That's interesting theory, but from the way I see it, this is how I picture it in my mind. And this is only speaking solely from my experience, not for Solana has a huge, and still have a huge potential in terms of everything, like fundamentals, community, like technical side, all of that. But the issue was that potential was first saw and people invested, and Solana token price went up, and then it went down, and it was down for a really long period of time. But while it was down, people were still building, technical side was getting fixed, community is getting stronger. So all of the things were just like building up, but the floor price, the price of the token wasn't following it. And at the one moment, the things that happened really overflowed the price, so it had to follow. That's how I see it. I don't see it as a pump or anything. I just saw that the things were changing for the better for such a long time, and no one was noticing that. And then when the new money was coming back to the crypto markets, the first logical thing after, of course, Bitcoin was maybe Solana, because in terms of development, Solana did much more than Ethereum did, and it was much better than Binance as well in terms of development, in terms of
user friendliness as well. It's
exactly. So I just think that in that crypto winter time, Solana was still building and doing a lot of good things, and then just everything followed that.
Yeah, I get you now. Okay, so probably enough for the Solana shabakos sales. You obviously operate on the Balkans. Do you have some estimates of how many people are involved with crypto on the Balkans? How many of them are on Solana? What's your scope of overseeing all of this?
That's really interesting question. I cannot say for Balkans, but because I know mostly for Serbia and Croatia.
Do you have an access to an inside info?
No, we don't, because I think that no one is allowed to share that info. Maybe it is, I don't know. But that's really interesting. It's an interesting question. I can maybe speak with my devs to try to find out like if that's even possible. I'm not a technician from technician side, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe it's possible to track how many active wallets on Solana are there from Balkan region.
Yeah.
But from what I know, really low percent. I don't know the numbers, but let's say like in entire Balkan, maybe 10% of people, or even less, like 5% of people are in crypto.
Yeah.
And Solana even less. Like in my 4 years experience, all of the people that I met that are only on Solana from Balkan are maybe 1K of people, like 2K, 3K max.
From everywhere?
Yes, from everywhere that I
Such a
saw.
low number, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like concerning, but
Yeah.
I guess why is it that always people from Balkans, with a couple exceptions, are so late to the party, you know?
I wouldn't say that we are late to the party. Maybe like in terms of mass adoption we are, but like as I said, especially on Solana, first wallet was Balkan made, first marketplace was Balkan made. I would say to answer exactly your question, I would say Balkan mentality.
Yeah.
We are so trying to fight the changes.
Yeah.
We are so trying to
We want to touch the thing to believe in it.
exactly, and that's the like
We're pretty much magicians, me and you, because we work with invisible forces.
yes, visionaries,
Making
definitely.
money from invisible sources, you know.
Magic internet money.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, so if I'm a project and to finish up with that, and I want to build on Solana, and I'm here on the Balkans or in Bulgaria specifically, like, okay, I can contact you, of course, but what should I have? Like, what's the process and what are you guys looking for in general?
So I cannot answer you this question 100% because in my team we have one of the co-founders is actually handling grants.
Okay.
And he's handling like mentorships and all in terms
How much
of
are
projects.
those grants?
We have
of money?
we have up to 10K non-equity grants, 10K dollars. But what we are trying to see is no NFTs, no shitcoins, no gaming projects. We are trying to see like DeFi, DeepIn, AI. So we are trying to maybe wallets, maybe explorers.
That's a really good idea because right now there's mainly shitcoins, NFTs, and you're trying to expand outside. How many grants so far have you?
We handed out 9 grants so far, but we had over 50 applications.
Yeah.
But some of them were shitcoins, some of them were NFTs, some of them were like
Blatant scams?
yes. and the thing is, we want to give you money. We really do, but you need to create or try to create something out of value, something out of value for the eco, something out of value for your team. So we are trying to help projects who are trying to bring value, who are trying to fix problems, who are trying to like do things differently.
Yeah. What are some of the projects you gave grants to?
You know Simon, DCID, Solana Identity. He was our first grant receiver, and his project is actually building up a reputation score point system on blockchain.
Yeah.
And that's really good idea, and we love it. And the second project we got is also from Bulgaria, Maria from Ecolens, and she is trying to build like a Web3 hiring platform.
Yeah.
So we really want to give you money, but we want to give you money if you're, as I said, building something that matters, building something that fixes issues. So right now we are focused on DeFi, DeepIn, like all of these things that can help fix some issues that are here. And something that I would personally love to see is that someone comes up with a project that can fix scams, like some safety concerns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, if you are a project and if you're building, you can come to our Discord. You can apply for a grant up to 10K. We are reviewing the grant, and if we apply it, you get the first tranche. You have milestones. You get the next tranche. Then
Who is overseeing them? Like your team?
my team is overseeing it, and after that, the people who are working at foundation.
Yeah.
That's all. So there are two 2 steps, but they trust us a lot, obviously. And like if we apply the grant, there is a high percent like success rate that then they will approve it as well.
Yeah, so something funny, except driving around in your fun car, like what do you plan to do this year? Are you going to some events?
One of the interesting things that we want to do here is that we want to find people who are throwing events, and we want to help them with organizing them, with funds and everything.
Yeah.
And we want to have one Solana event in Bulgaria, in Sofia each month.
Yeah.
And we are also trying to expand to like other Balkan countries. And right now, one of our focuses is to just create events, Solana events where people can come, where they can hang out, where they can connect, and possibly where they can like meet builders, or where they can become builders or learn more about it. So one of our goals is to connect with people in Bulgaria as much as we can, so we help them with events. And one of the big goals that is that we are slowly trying to find people and projects for hackathon that we will have. We will have
the Hacker House?
No, the hackathon.
It's different?
It's different. Hacker House is event, real life event where people come and learn and everything. And hackathon is like a builders competition.
So you spoke with one of the people on my team, and he mentions events, so we could probably do something together, and probably my community can comment below in the video if they want to attend such an event, and we'll make sure it happens. But what will happen on such events?
So we have like different types of events, but for first few events we will just give you like a really nice place, free food, free drinks, and like time to mingle, collaborate, network. But with time we want to organize educational events. We want to organize events where some of the builders can pitch their ideas. We want to organize events when we will like watch the updates for Solana and stuff like that. We really have a lot of ideas.
Yeah, because that's really cool, because a lot of people from Bulgaria are either Bitcoin maxis or, complete degenerates. And there's no in the middle. And I think it's time for such events to occur. And maybe I'll really try to help out and maybe do something at least at the end of the summer, or maybe at the beginning of fall. It'll be a cool place. But yeah, it was really cool having you here. And I think it'll be a lot of fun to do something again, maybe at a different format. Maybe you can come to an episode of mine where we can look at charts and look at projects together, and you can show something interesting that's developing currently on Solana. But yeah, man, it was really nice meeting you.
Thanks for sharing.
I will leave all links down in the description, and we have some famous last words for our viewers.
Well, but I would say trust in yourself, be persistent, be consistent, and never give up. It may sound cliche, but it's definitely true.
Yeah, it's what worked for you. It's what worked for me, really. So it is the truth.
Yeah.
Thank you, man, and see you later.
Thanks for having me.